Welcome to the Pursuit of Light podcast. My name is Nate Byers, and I'll be your host today. If you can follow me on Instagram at Nate Byers. If you would like to learn more about this podcast, you can find it on our website, pursuelight.org. And if you'd like to view the video version of these podcasts, you can. Channel name is Nate Byers. And if you are on an Apple device, if you wouldn't mind just leaving us a review, it can be as simple as just tapping the stars. But if you would like to write something, I will definitely read it and check it out. We are a listener-funded podcast, so that means all the funding for this podcast comes through you, the listener. And if you'd like to donate, you can on our website, pursuelight.org/donate. So welcome to episode 8, I'm Not Antisocial. So what is the definition of antisocial? Well, according to Merriam-Webster, the definition of antisocial is hostile or harmful to an organized society. And there's another word that I want to look at. It's called unsociable. And this is, according to Merriam-Webster, the definition of unsociable is showing like disdain for social activity. So in this growing world of technology, where we spend more time on our phones than we do in real conversations in some days, I think that I wouldn't call us unsociable. I don't think that we have a disdain for social activity. I think it's getting close to social activity. It's getting close to that word, but I don't think it's reached there. So a lot of times what gets thrown around is this word antisocial. And I don't think technology and the way that we interact with it and the way that we use it, it can create, I don't think it can become antisocial or help us to become antisocial. I don't think that we are hostile or harmful to society as an organization. I don't think it can. But everyone uses that, oh, you're just antisocial. That word doesn't make sense in that scenario. So, are we really antisocial? I would say no. I don't think we're antisocial. I think we're the most unsocial group or generation, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is we connect with so many people. We can do it through the internet. We can do it through Facebook, Instagram, all the different social media platforms. I've made some really good friends through the internet, through different video games and different social media platforms. So we can use, and that's what the internet was, or one of the reasons that kind of the internet was founded, was this idea to connect people. It was a way to send information from one person to another. And then Mark Zuckerberg took it to a whole new level of creating Facebook and the way he connected people. So the original idea behind it was to connect people. And I think it did that. But has it gotten to the point where we're no longer connecting with people? Because I feel like so often we forget to connect with the people around us, that we're so focused on connecting with everyone else that we forget to connect with the people sitting right next to us. Social media and the internet as a whole is, I believe, a positive thing. But we need to learn how to control it, how to master it. Because if we let it control us, I seen this picture of, it was somewhere on social media, I seen this picture, and it said that when phones were connected to a cord to the base, humans were free. But now that we're cordless, we're slaves to our phones. And I feel like part of that is true. You know, we're slave to it. We have to be on it. And it's gotten to the point where we can't even be when you go into say Starbucks or some other coffee shop, you don't just see people just sitting around. If they're just if you were to go in there by yourself, your first thing that you would do is to pull up and open up your phone. We just can no longer just sit there. And I think that if we were just to sit there and absorb the world around us, to sit and then possibly have the opportunity to connect with one person that we see in that coffee shop. The internet does make it easy to connect to people. And I think it is a good thing. I think it's really good that we connect with different people. And as a business person, it's extremely helpful. But as a consumer and as a person, sometimes I feel like we forget that to actually just enjoy the people around us. I listened to Gary Vee a couple times, and and he says that this generation is one of the most sociable generations ever. Because when we're home and we can't get out, or if everyone's busy and you have no one, you can connect with your friends via the internet, via social media, via your phone. And I believe part of that is true. We can be sociable. Because when our parents when it was Friday night and they couldn't get out of the house, didn't have the car, their friends were somewhere else, what did they do? They hung out with their family around them. There's a reason that your friends are busy. They're hanging out with somebody else. So why don't we, if on that Friday night or whatever day of the week, instead of picking up our phone, why don't we just go hang out with our family? And not just pick up our phone and just actually hang out and talk and share and open up. And I'm going to go on a little rant here, and one of my biggest things as a Christian is when I go to church and we're sitting in church and we use our phone as it holds the Bible for us. It's very frustrating when I'm sitting there and we're in the lesson, whatever it may be, pastor's preaching, and I look over and see the person next to me. And yeah, they may be using their phone for the Bible, but guess what? It's just a quick double tap, switch over to Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, whatever it may be. I feel like so often we use our phones constantly, and we never just put them down. So ever since I've been getting into the Word and diving deeper, I haven't been using the Bible app on my phone. I just don't. It's way easier for me to get engrossed into the Word and really connect with it when I'm actually reading it. Yes, sometimes it's harder, and yes, sometimes it slows me and I'm not as fast and it takes me longer. But to me, to be able to slow down, put down my phone, and really dive in. Because when I'm reading it on my Bible, to pick up my phone, to do whatever, that means that I have to do an extra step to go message, to go view whatever, to see someone's post. I have to do that extra step of putting my Bible down, turning over, picking up my phone, unlocking it, and then viewing whatever it may be. Where if I'm reading my Bible on my phone, it's a whole lot easier just to double tap or just tap the little notification at the top and go view the message. As a Christian, we need to just, sometimes I feel like we just have to put it down, leave it, forget about it, and just dive into God's word and hear what he actually says. One of my favorite things there when God's talking in the Bible, and whenever he was talking to, when he talked to, I believe it was Moses, I could be wrong, if someone please correct me if I am, but when he was talking, God sent storms, fire, sent a whole bunch of loud noises. And after every single noise that he heard, he would ask, "Did you hear my voice?" And I believe it was Moses. Moses would say, "No, I didn't hear you." And then finally a quiet breeze came through. And that's when Moses finally heard God's voice. How are we supposed to hear God's voice when we're ding, ding, and there's little notifications popping up? So yes, we are the most social generation ever because we can connect with anyone in the world. But how often do we actually get to know them as people? You know, we have the different layers of our friends. The people that you just know, the people that you sometimes hang out with or see at a party or see at a different event. And then maybe you're a group of closer friends, and then your immediate super close friends that you can share anything with. So yes, we can connect with people around the world. And yes, you can get them to that deep portion, that deep friendship. But if we're just connecting with everyone, we're just going to die with a whole bunch of Facebook friends. People that just know what you're doing. See that, oh, you went on this trip. Oh, he's doing this now. He got a new job. But did they really know what you're going through to find that new job? Were they over there praying for you for that you get the job or get the job that God wants you to have? Did they actually really care about you? If you were broke, lost all your money, homeless, and you needed somewhere to turn, could you dial up any of your friends off the internet and they would take you in? Sometimes I feel like we're so sociable that it makes us unsociable. That we don't actually connect and really dive deep with the people, our closest friends, or the people that we've been friends with the longest. That we don't actually let them into our lives, and we don't actually connect with and know what their life is. Sometimes I feel like our friends are just, even though that they're in person, we don't actually let them anywhere closer than Facebook friends. I feel like we don't let them get in and actually see us for what we truly are, because it is uncomfortable. It is embarrassing. It's kind of ironic that the Bible verse, I have the little widget on my phone and it gives me the daily verse of the day. And the verse today, it's kind of funny, is Ecclesiastes 4:12. Though one may be overpowered by another, two can withstand him, and threefold cord is not quickly broken. It's funny. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like every time that I actually need to hear something and I just like swipe over and I see the verse of the day, For some reason, always the verse of the day is always the thing that I need to hear. But just this idea that God designed us to have friendships and those types of relationships. He wants us to be close with people. He wants us to be deeper than just social or just Facebook friends. Not just to see what we're doing and what we're up to. He wants us to truly know them. We need to be so close that we consult them with almost everything in our life. Especially and it doesn't have to be all your friends, but we need a group of friends. The number depends on your personality type and what you need your friends and how many and stuff. That depends person to person. But we need somebody, at least one person, that's a good friend, that's just there for you. That you can consult with whatever it may be. And they may not have the right answer. You don't need friends that always have the right answer. They just need to be there for you, to help you go through your struggles. They're there at your low point and they're there when you succeed. So how do we fight this sociable unsocial? How do we become more sociable with the people around us? We just have to fight it. We have to connect with the people closest. Connect with your immediate family. You have to take action. And it's hard when you go to a friend because we are naturally, as humans, we want to talk about ourselves. And it's hard to go there with this mindset of, hey, I'm going to listen and I'm going to be there for them. Some people, it comes more natural than others. But as humans, we want to talk about ourselves. We want to share all the good things and the things that you find funny and the things that are interesting to us. It's hard to sit there and just listen and ask questions and really get to know the person across the table from you. It requires work. It requires to get off our butts and actually go out there and do something. And the only way that we're going to ever fight this, because technology isn't going to stop. Technology is going to be ever growing. So the only way to combat the side effects of technology is to take action. Take action and go reach out to a person. And you don't have to go reach out to a new person. That's what technology and social media is for, is to connect you with long lost friends and new people. Go connect with somebody that's closest to you right now. Pick up your phone, give them a quick text. Hey, let's go grab coffee and let's actually sit down. We need to really connect. And when you go meet with people, put down your phone. I'm guilty of this so much is we're trying to multitask. We're trying to listen to the person and talk to somebody else. It's just disrespectful, and I'm guilty of it as much as anyone. And I try my hardest to put down my phone and just really connect with the person. So that's the only way I think that we're ever going to win this battle of technology. So that's all that I have for you today. I hope that you found it interesting. I know this was all just mostly my opinion, and that's fine. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you for listening.